This is your host, J. Reuben from Hip Hop and Horror. Check us out on IG. Some of the story concepts of how I came up with some of the stories are on there. You can see the link to the merch is on there if you want to support. The screenplay shots and also artwork for his past episodes are in there. So IG is the most up-to-date throughout the months. When I don't drop episodes, I'm probably working on something new. But you can find that all out on IG. Season 1 cast video is now on IG and on YouTube. If you haven't checked it out, go ahead, check that thing out right there. This is your host, J. Reuben, signing out. Check out this new episode, though.
You are listening to Hip Hop and Horror.
Outside, round the corner, evening. A pair of old schools hang from a power line. These sneakers, shoes, tennis belong to an infamous neighborhood stepper from the early 90s, known to the hood as Killa. Killa terrorized the neighborhood, shooting, stabbing, maiming, mostly to control the drugs moving around the city. How the saying go? You live by it, what? And you gonna die by it. Well, let's take it there. A foggy morning, Killa was caught ducked off at his chill spot, parked in his car. He couldn't been ducked off too good. The shooter's AK round showed no mercy. His face and head caught one. His chest caught the rest. Riddled with bullets, needless to say, it was a closed casket. At his funeral, his fellow criminals took the shoes off his feet, swapping them out for some new ones. In remembrance of Killa, sneaks were hung from a power line over his spot he used to like to chill. Same spot he was gunned down. See, these old school sneakers wrapped around that power line are like a memorial. Everybody know don't fuck with the dead's memorial. You could open yourself up to all kinds of weird stuff. Decades later, well, the sneakerhead culture explodes. In the midst of sneaker culture is where this story begins. I call this one Cursed Leather.
What up, Jax?
The Shoetuber known as Cerified Rick is a staple in the sneaker community, known for his sneaker restorations and his commentary. He meets up with a friend and fellow Shoetuber General Jax.
What's the deal? You got him?
General Jax is a street cat turned Shoetuber. They share the same hood and grew up together. Him and Jax were meeting so Rick could loan him a pair of kicks he restored.
Cut off that power line from round the corner from me. The inside look almost new. To say they've been up there for at least a decade.
Yeah, let me see. You know these Killa's old school ones.
Yep, that's what I hear too. Price just went up on them too.
Damn, they do look good. Good looking on giving me the opportunity to raffle these at the pop-up tonight.
No problem. Something else I need.
What's up? I got you.
Everyone can look, but don't put the shoes on. No matter what. You hear me? I'm dead serious, man.
What's up? These one of your best restores, nigga. Nigga said don't put them on.
I don't like the vibe I get. Kinda creepy.
Nigga said vibe. Okay.
Rick shrugs his laugh off.
Look, people can see them. You make sure nobody puts these on, alright?
Okay. You serious than a bitch. Okay, nobody put them on. I got you.
Rick gives the shoes to him in a tore-up shoebox. He daps them up. Unfortunately for General Jax, he didn't really dwell on what was bothering Rick. That's his first mistake. He walks off the block with old schools in his hand. P.E. Killa editions. Inside General Jax's apartment, night. Jax puts his phone on airplane mode. He sits in front of a camera rapping it up to the people he calls fans on his live stream.
You know we from the same hood. Certified Rick a good dude. He looked out for me. Everybody that will be at the pop-up tonight can enter the raffle to buy these. Might even be on feet. General Jax signing out.
General Jax spins his gaming chair around, and the Killa editions are sitting on his bed in his one-room apartment.
Just try these hoes on. Shit won't hurt the fucking shoes.
He puts the shoes on, stretching them on his feet. The lights flicker out. The eerie silence is filled with a rough, eerie voice.
I see you want to step in Killa's shoes. Run through these streets like Killa. You hear me?
With every syllable uttered, he gets angrier. But where's the voice coming from? Over there, a reddish outline of a figure glows into existence. As the figure talks, its light gets more defined and brighter.
Look here. Them tennis on your feet. That's me. Put my shit back on that fucking power line.
With his heart beating into his throat, he reacts, lunging through the door. He hits the street and breaks out running, both the shoes on his feet. Outside, in them streets, night. Jax walks down the block. On the sidewalk, a couple of guys are hanging out shooting dice. Jax lights up a cigarette, looking back where he just came from. The men notice Jax when the flame from the lighter shines in his face. A familiar voice emerges. Jax watches and tries to see under the darkness.
What's the point?
Dice click-clack. He shoots.
10. Oh, shit.
He picks the money up.
Quit standing around and bet something. Scary ass.
The man talking gathers the money up. All the dice participants stop and stare at Jax.
Who is that? It can't be.
A party of dice men are staring at Jax. Not a regular stare where you look away. These cats are glued on Jax's presence.
Like them shoes you got on. What size is them?
The man shaking the dice looks at Jax. He walks forward into the darkness, further concealing his face. His figure starts to turn that familiar red, like the apparition from the apartment.
Killa? Hell nah.
You come off the shoes, little daddy. I'm gonna make you really walk in them motherfuckers. You gonna learn to respect something.
Jax backs up, takes a few steps across the street, and the men follow. Killa walks into the street. A car passes right through him and the other men. The red mist is whipped around with the air by a passing car.
Take them off.
Jax sees that shit and drops a cigarette out of his mouth in shock. He stands, looking left, then right. Nothing but the whistle from the wind. The red mist disappears into the air, not leaving a trace to be seen. Jax picks up a walk. Inside the pop-up shop, night. What they say, beat me there, don't meet me there? The people showed out for General Jax's pop-up shop and raffle. In the back though, across the street, past the crowd, lurking, a figure is posted up. Jax walks in the shop with the 100-yard stare on, thinking about what just happened. The store owner leads Jax to the front of the line to get the activities going for the night. Throughout the night, they sell some shirts, hoodies, but everyone is waiting for the raffle. After about 30 minutes pass, there's some commotion and yelling outside. Somebody yells from outside. He stabbed him. The crowd scatters. Jax jumps up and runs to the front door. He can't make what's going on out there.
Nigga got poked up. Cold shit out here. Let me check the ground. Get some pics for the ground.
He realizes then something is very wrong. He pushes the screen on his phone. It buzzes, vibrates non-stop. Jax jumps up, dropping the phone on the ground. A thud from behind hits the floor at the same time.
Scott, you in there? Rick!
Jax picks his phone up and puts it in his pocket. He walks in on the store owner, Rick, dead. He sits in a pool of blood, his head leaning back on the wall, with his scalp and skull peeled back. It's still smoking. His eyes are rolled in the back of his head, with his mouth wide open, drooling
Scott!
blood.
Fuck! What the fuck happened to...
The red glow materializes, his head deformed like the shape of a kidney bean, his scalp busting at the seam. The mortician's crude work is falling apart. It was a closed casket.
You ain't never seen a man shot before? Yeah, They blew half my fucking head off. Now, like I said, I'm gonna be needing them shoes, partner.
Killa smiles, and Jax, now sitting in Scott's blood, looks up at Killa.
No!
Inside, old firehouse, night. Killa walks around Jax. Jax is suspended upside down by some rope. Killa pulls out a metal rod, sharpened up.
Walk in my shoes.
He thrusts the metal rod into his thigh.
Ah!
It impacts his leg bone.
Yeah. Told you about playing.
He plunges the metal rod through Jax's back. Jax screams. His phone falls out of his pocket. Rick is calling. Killa steps on the phone, grabbing a saw.
You going to saw my legs off? Look, I'll take them off.
He saws forward. Jax goes in and out of consciousness. The buzzing on his phone were notifications. Missed calls, missed texts, all from Rick. See, Jax forgot to turn his phone off of airplane mode and missed his calls. Rick was the person stabbed in the front of the pop-up shop. He was coming to get the shoes, but ran into Killa first. Had Jax would have got those notifications, maybe he wouldn't have been in this particular situation. But what a shame. Outside, round the corner, day. Something unusual is dangling from the power line. Some school kids walking up the street notice shoes with some extras. Leg bones stick out of the shoe, mangled above the shoe height. Killa's memorial is where it belongs. Hopefully, this time undisturbed. Until next episode, please like, share, and subscribe. Oh, be sure to check out our Instagram page. It's pretty much behind the scenes stuff like screenplays and little other various things I might have related to hip hop and horror. This is J. Reuben signing out. Hip hop and horror.